Yo, what's up? So, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, and Moses Ingram have done an interview for the new Obi-Wan show. And of course, we all love to see interviews with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, especially. So, yeah, let's just get into it. I want to watch this. I want to watch all their interviews. I watch most of them. I bet you have too. So let's just get into it.
Well, I don't know if I'm getting into spoiler territory here. Can I say anything that possibly gets into spoiler territory here?
Oh my God, it's Hayden, man.
My name is Hayden Christensen.
My name is Moses Ingram.
I play Anakin Skywalker.
I play Reva Savander.
And I play the part of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is so crazy. Like, they're really back, man. It's just hard to like deep it.
Jedi Knight,
wow.
Jedi Master, turned Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith.
I am an Inquisitor. I would call myself the Inquisitor, actually.
A very complex character. He has a strong sort of desire for power.
Fiercely intelligent and very quick on her feet. Someone who is always listening and intent on doing what she thinks is right, even if no one else agrees with what it is that she's doing.
There's also a lot of inner conflict, and there's certainly an inner sort of struggle of identity. I was living in Vancouver at the time. I was renting an apartment with a good friend of mine. He knew that I was up for this role. And
hopefully everyone's nice to these actors now, man.
Call when I was still
Honestly,
in bed, actually. I remember
everyone loves these guys now.
Just like an ear-to-ear grin on my face, and my roommate looked at me and he was like, "Is that smile what I think it is?" And then so I lit up an imaginary lightsaber, and immediately.
See, he was actually a big Star Wars fan.
Ran over to his record player, and he had a Star Wars soundtrack, and he put a Star Wars soundtrack on, and then he lit up his imaginary lightsaber, and we had a whole lightsaber battle.
That's the most nerdy, that's the most Star Wars fan celebration to get a role in a Star Wars movie.
Very exciting time for me.
He was definitely a huge Star Wars fan.
I mean, I'd been working with Danny Boyle, and I did a film with Greenaway, and I'd done a certain amount of work in Britain, and I very much felt like I was in a moment in British cinema, and Star Wars was definitely in a different lane. I did a lot of thinking about it, a lot of research, a lot of speaking to people I knew and trusted about their opinion about whether it was the right thing to do or not. And
bro, this is coming in like a week.
Cast as Obi-Wan, the more I wanted to do it. I was such a great fan of the original films as a child, and I felt like I just wanted to be part of that. If I could be part of that, then I would want to do that.
I don't think I said anything.
Thank God you did.
It was like one intense, really long week of auditioning, and then we got to that final Zoom, and I thought I was gonna have to do something else, and Deb told me I had the job, and honestly, I think I probably was like, okay, thanks. I think that's how it
Is that it?
By the time I actually heard about it,
should have passed out or something.
It was a great experience.
It was. Is she even a big Star Wars fan? She probably isn't.
Scale. I got to work with Liam Neeson and Ahmed Best and Natalie Portman, and I had a great experience, making those films.
That's good to hear, man. It's good to know.
The original films, it was the technology, the fact that we did so much of the filming on blue screen and green screen. There were certain challenges with that, the fact that there was so little of the environment there. In episode 2, for instance, I spent a lot of time with some tall alien people who weren't really there, so it was challenging as for an actor to make that realistic.
Yeah, it's true, to be honest.
Well, this one required a lot
must have been
more
so hard to act
athleticism
with that blue
than
screen.
anything else. We did about 4 months of training before we ever even hit the stage to start acting, and so it just took a lot to pull everything together in that way.
I always had a tough time not making the lightsaber sound effects when I was doing my lightsaber scenes.
It's a known fact.
It's like muscle memory from being a kid.
I always have the acting challenge of like playing a younger Alec Guinness, and that's my great joy in doing this, is to feel like I'm moving towards becoming Alec Guinness. That's always what I'm trying to do.
But yeah, he'd play in Alec Guinness very well, and I can tell he's going to lead up to it very well
it's really
as well.
Hard to pick just one.
He looks at Alec Guinness in the new trailers.
Working with Hayden again was a great pleasure. To be coming back with him after so long, since 17 years after we finished episode 3, was great.
The first scene that we shot on the very first day, it was stepping off of our ship, and I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, this is huge. And there were like air cannons and so many people.
I can imagine it, man. Imagine getting the role for the first time.
Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up.
At the
To
end
say the
of
least.
Episode 3, when
Damn,
the
it would be
Darth Vader
amazing to step
helmet
on the set
comes
for the first
down
time.
and he's officially encapsulated in the suit. That for me was a very big moment, and I remember that very well.
Our costume designer Sudarat did such
His
an
voice
amazing
sounds like,
job building that costume.
Anakin
It
from
sort
the
of
Clone
just
Wars
lends
series,
itself to
a bit
making
more
you
as well. It's
stand in
deeper.
a certain way. I felt bold. And
It
I
just
felt
shows he was perfect
strong,
for the role.
and I felt like
every stage of his
the
life.
leader that Reva is.
At the time, it felt like sort of completion for my journey with the character. You know, I was playing Anakin, and then when he becomes Darth Vader, that's sort of right. But now I've gotten to come back and continue my journey with the character. But at the time, it signified that my job was done. Little did I know.
Exactly. Oh my god,
Probably the
bro.
biggest thing.
This
is
has
that
to be a
already
great
has
show, man. It
millions
has
of
to be.
fans. And I think the thing that's daunting is that whether people like it or not, I'm absolutely gonna hear about it, and that's scary.
I don't know that
To say
it's
the
changed
least, yeah,
my
you
view
definitely
of
are.
Star Wars and this character
In
as
some good
much
ways
as-
and some
as
bad
it's
ways.
just sort of further informed the story and these characters.
Hopefully it's
And
amazing.
That was kind of what was really appealing about it for me, was that we were given the opportunity to sort of flesh these characters out just a little bit more.
It's also super exciting to be joining
So
a project
crazy,
in
man.
which I don't have the same things to
He's
live
actually
up
back.
to as Ewan and Hayden do. I am coming in as somebody who's never been here before, and so nobody is looking for me to be something specific, and I sort of have free reign to be who I think Reva is.
Getting to come back and play Darth Vader, and this sort of the notion that
Yeah,
we were
I guess so.
going to get a glimpse into the experience
better not steal the
of
show.
being Darth Vader, I thought that had a tremendous amount of value. So it's really just been about further informing these characters. I felt has been sort of very satisfying.
You know, I wasn't a big fan of Star Wars before this. I knew like the cultural pinpoints, like they
It's not, at this stage in the life of Star Wars, this is not good to hear. You know, it's like the Grand Inquisitor. The actor said that he didn't even watch Rebels to know what his character's like, which just doesn't make sense. It's like just being a part of Disney makes you just not care about the Star Wars franchise. Like, it's really rare that they actually hire somebody that cares enough to actually study the franchise a lot. What do you guys think about this, man? Put down below. Hopefully her character don't overshadow the two main characters in the whole of Star Wars.
Luke, I am your father, Obi-Wan, those things. But I think what I've appreciated is the depth of the world that George Lucas built and the escapism it provides so many people and provides myself now. I've been very, very
Exactly.
happy to
Main
join the universe.
escapism of every movie series or
Volume
anything.
is just
Any
an
level of
amazing
media.
bit of technology.
It's at the top.
The approach to working in the volume is much different than filming in front of a blue screen or a green screen.
I never had to pretend or imagine where I was.
That's a good thing. He
Ewan
gets to
and Hayden
experience
sort
now
of
what it's
were
like to
used
actually feel like he's
green
actually
screens
in
and
the
tennis
universe
balls.
instead
I
of
feel
just blue
really
screen
blessed that I could just walk in
green
and
screen.
be in whatever environment I was in.
You're totally surrounded by it, and it's incredible. You step into the volume and you're in Star Wars.
You can never really see sort of where
See,
it
man.
ends because it's
A
so
week.
vast. I think that was probably one of my favorite things about working on the series.
It's quite the experience.
If I could meet one Star Wars creature, who would it be? Well, I'd like to meet Jar Jar again.
I guess I'm gonna go with Yoda, just to see if I could get some of his wisdom.
Is that Samuel
some
Kim?
of his knowledge might
That's Samuel
rub
Kim's
off on
music.
me.
I loved working with Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar Binks. Maybe we
It
could
didn't
bring
rub
him
off on
back.
Anakin, to say the least. Oh my god. Man, just gassed. They're finally back playing the characters they've... You know, the main characters in Star Wars are finally back, so it's fucking crazy. Man, just a week to go. Just a week. We get to see them back again. We never thought we would. They're back better than ever, still look like the same characters. Haven't aged very much, they've aged very well. Just hopefully they don't get overshadowed, because this show is about them too. No one really cares about anyone else other than Obi-Wan and Anakin. So yeah, what do you guys think about it, man? Put it down below. And I'll see you on the next one. Can't wait for it. 1 week. We've got 1 week. See you next time.